Grew up on motorcycles. My dad had me riding a motorcycle before a bicycle. And then raced motocross as a kid, and at least for 8 or 9 years in the B class. Got tired of racing 16-year-old kids and kind of got out of it. Next thing you know, I was watching a couple of social media videos about guys racing Harleys around a flat track. Had never flat tracked before and decided it'd be fun. So I went ahead and built a little Sportster and got out there. Hadn't raced anything before on a flat track. Went out to my local track, probably did about 100 laps. I had an old pair of Progressives that were on the bike when I bought it, and they were kind of shooting some oil out and stuff. Had been wrecked when I bought them, so decided I was going to go race dirt quick. Had a pair of REVO Legend suspensions sitting around and decided to throw them on there. It started off as they were kind of making fun of me for bringing a street shock to a dirt track, and the next thing I know, I was getting a lot of compliments on how fast my bike was and how well it hooked up down the straightaway, but I'm fairly certain that it was rolling in and out of the corner to where I was hooking up, carrying speed out of the corner and not wobbling. A lot of those guys, when they were rolling on the power, were kind of losing it a little bit. Scared me at first, so I backed off, and then after I got more comfortable, I realized that was the time to strike because mine was hooking up. It was the first time I'd ever even ridden next to another bike on the flat track because I'd only done all that good stuff on practice by myself. Next thing you know, in the B main, my shocks were holding up good. I was getting a real nice hook down the straightaway on some warm tires and ended up getting the guy winning the B main. Super excited. My whole goal for the weekend was to make the A main event. Started in the back row with, I believe there was probably 15 guys in there. Finished 6th for the first night, and that was on Friday night with all the AMA guys in the actual local sanctioning event. Raced dirt quick the very next day. Kept getting put on those back rows every time for qualifiers because nobody knew who I was or anything, and made it to the main event like my goal for the next night. Got the whole shot in the main event for the first time ever. Was super excited. Ran first for 2.5 laps before running too hot into a corner because I got a little excited naturally. First time doing it. Ran way high up into a corner. Had 3-4 guys pass me underneath. Did everything I could to get back in the line. Got back in it and got one more guy back. Ended up finishing 4th overall for the main event, a huge event. First time ever doing flat track. I don't think it could have gone any better. So I can't say enough good things about the Legend suspension, the tires I was running, everything was hooking up awesome.